Hello everyone, welcome to the second Prairie Dog vlog, Pdog vlog. We are out here in Boulder at a relocation site, and what we are doing is moving some prairie dogs out of the way of a construction project using passive relocation, otherwise known as reverse dispersal translocation. And this is a method that was invented by Pam Wanek, and she's out here today with us on the site. And so I'm going to talk a little bit right now about why we're doing this and why prairie dogs are so important to conserve. And then I'm going to show you what exactly we're doing and how we're doing it on the site. So you can see it a little bit behind me. This is the site. And this is going to be a construction site. But what we are doing is moving the prairie dogs out of the way of the construction so that when the construction comes through, it won't impact them. And then after about a year or so, they can move back in. So let me tell you why we care so much about prairie dogs. Prairie dogs are a keystone species of the grassland, and a lot of you might already know some of this. If you're tuning in, Wild Earth Guardians, which is the organization that I work for, I'm the endangered species advocate. My name is Taylor Jones. And Wild Earth Guardians has been concerned with prairie dogs for since our initiation over 30 years ago. And prairie dogs are super important because they're keystone species of the grassland. They turn and aerate the soil by making their burrows. They are a really important prey base for a lot of different animals, including swift foxes, coyotes, badgers, and a lot of raptors, bald eagles, golden eagles, ferruginous hawks. And most interestingly to me, they are the most important prey animal for the black-footed ferret, which is one of the most endangered animals in North America. So they're really important to the ecosystem. They do a lot of unexpected things too, like carbon sequestration. One of the studies that I recently read coming out of Mexico indicates that prairie dog colonies actually sequester more carbon than areas without prairie dogs. And this may be because they are trimming the vegetation, and they are because of that, the vegetation keeps growing stronger in those areas, and it actually becomes more nutritionally dense. So you get a lot more herbivores grazing on prairie dog colonies. So that's just a brief overview. There's a lot of other things that prairie dogs do for the prairie. And let me show you now a little bit about reverse dispersal translocation. So what we have here is an open burrow. And with reverse dispersal translocation, you are basically blocking off the entrance to the burrow with these wire trapdoors. So the prairie dogs can get out, but they can't come back in. And this forces them to move in with somebody else. So they're just going to move like down the street to the neighbor's house. They're not going far, but we're just moving them out of the way of the project. So as you can see, we have sticked the burrow. Hopefully you can all see this. And we monitored very closely to make sure that there's no one in here before we close the burrow. And when you close the burrow, you basically are just wiring it shut and putting a rock in it to keep the prairie dogs from moving back in to the burrow. And that basically sort of shoos them off certain areas and gets them out of the way of whatever is coming through. So I am going to go now and close this burrow. I am very happy to be able to share a little bit about this project with you all, and I hope this was informative, and we will talk again soon. Thanks, bye.